My goodness. I'm starting on my gate. This first hole here has to be about 3 foot deep and about 2 by 2 thereabouts. And I'm having to use a sledgehammer and a pry bar to bust through this. This dirt is like concrete, man. It's been so dry for so long. I don't know how anything grew out here, as dry as it is. Oh, my fence is finished. You see this animal wire? I got it up all the way around, 22 sections, 8 foot each section. A lot of work. Now, good God, if I'm bad enough where I'm going to hell, my hell is going to be digging. Okay, back to work. If I get 8 bags of Quikrete in here, that's 640 pounds that's going to be in this hole here holding that pole up. Plus I'm going to have 3 support poles. One to the north, one to the south, and one to the east. Oh my. Alright. 3 more bags. Perfect. Oh yeah. Perfect. 8 bags. 80 pounds of cement. That's going to take a strong wind to blow that over. It's way up there, isn't it? Well, that's my first one. That's the biggest one. It has the most cement, and I've got 3 braces to put on this, and then I've got 1 to put over here. I'm going to dig that a little deeper. I'm just going to go back with a 4x4. I'm just going to have the gate close up against that. It's going to be a single gate, 15 feet long, and I've even priced an electric gate opener, and $300. Next time I come home, I'll be able to afford that. I'm going to love having that. I'm probably going to be able to afford the iron for the gate here in a few days. So as soon as I get all these poles up, that's my next project, is building the iron gate. Okay, I'm having fun. The hard work is over. See ya. I don't know if you can see the smoke. I'll just hold this up while I'm talking, and maybe you'll be able to see the smoke. Oh, there's 1 pole sunk. I showed you that one yesterday. I just had to go back town and get a ton more cement. I live fairly close to a lake named Lake Bistineau. And don't ask me to spell it. It's some kind of crazy French spelling. B-I-S-T-5-L. I don't know. Bistineau. And it's on fire. The lake is on fire. They drained the lake a couple years ago because it's got a weed called salvinia. And now this dried out weed is caught on fire, and the lake has been burning since the 1st of September. And all the smoke is drifting over here. My wife is trying to get me to stay inside today because as a result of all the smoking I did in my youth, and cigarettes too, I have very limited lung capacity, so I got my rescue inhaler, bottle of water. If I have to cover my face with a rag, I will. But I'm going to work a little bit out here today, see if I can deal with the smoke. I know some of y'all will probably notice how heavy I breathe on the camera when I'm talking, and that's because I got asthma pretty bad. And it's my own fault. All those years of smoking dope and 3 packs a day. I quit about 15 years ago with cigarettes. I don't smoke dope anymore either, but I did a lot of that in my youth. Alright, I'm going to get to work. See ya. Well, there's 1 brace. I kind of altered my plans a little bit. I used some 1/2-inch rod to mount one end to a post I had already buried in the ground with a bunch of concrete around it. I'm going to have to get my angle grinder to cut the threaded rod off. I got what I need in there and it's tight. And on this end, I drilled the little recess in there so the nut won't be in the way of the gate when it opens and closes. Now I got one more brace. I'm going to start about here and go down to about there. And that will be 1/2 of the gate done. And then over on the other side, I want to make a walk-through gate on this end, because since I'm getting an electric gate opener for this, it's going to stay closed 99% of the time. So I'm going to build a walk-through gate over here, and I got to do a whole lot of digging from about where my shadow is there over up through there. I'm going to pour sidewalk up, sort of like a U-shaped, just a few feet on the other side of that pole there. I'm going to sink another 4x6. It's going to be a 32-inch door. I don't want it too wide because that way people can drive off on my lawnmowers. And that's the only thing I'm going to leave unlocked, so the meter readers can come in, go, and all that, you know. Oh, well, the smoke is finally gone. I was about to choke to death. Okay, if I stop too long, I won't want to get back after it, so back to work. Man, I am no cement finisher, there's no doubt about that, but this is a sidewalk. I don't know if you'd call it a sidewalk, but it's just a cement to get over to this. This is going to be the gate, small gate, walk-through gate right here. And amount of cement. That's 9 bags right there. Probably need about 7, 8 more. And tomorrow I'll paint it. I got this one in. Boy, what a day. Tomorrow I'm gonna paint it and put my 4 rails, my 2x4s up across there. And over here from that 4x6 to the 4x4, and put my small animal wire up. And then that'll be, between painting it and finishing this concrete up, that'll probably be it for tomorrow. And I may just get my Saturday, I just might get my metal for my gate, take Sunday off, and start on that gate Monday. Alright, we are getting there. See ya. Okay, this is a project completed. Just the wood part, the labor intensive part done. And I got my steel. I'll show you. Alright, this is the driveway gate and the walk-through gate. It's 2-inch by 2-inch, 24-foot long steel tubing. I got 2 of them, and I got 4 1-inch by 1-inch, 24-foot long tubing. I had to cut a little over 8 foot off of each 24-foot section to get them home on my little 8-foot trailer here. Okay, tomorrow gonna kind of have a light day. I got a little bit of cement work down there to do on that sidewalk, and that's probably all I'm going to do tomorrow. I'll bring this steel around back and tidy up, and Sunday I'm going to get to welding. See ya. Well, there's my sidewalk for the gate I'm going to build done. I'm not much of a concrete finisher, but that's, let's see, I don't know, 14 bags of 80-pound bags of concrete, and I had to dig a whole bunch of dirt out of there because that was a big hump. So now I'm going to have a walk-through gate, and I can leave my main gate locked. Now I'm fixing to start working on the metal driveway gate right now. This is what I'm cutting the angles with. My handy-dandy 18-volt DeWalt wrecking saw. I got a metal blade on it, and it worked on one. I was wondering how I was going to cut these angles, and that come out pretty good. So I'm hoping this blade will last the whole gate, because I only got that one metal cutting blade. And here's my next angle right here, and we got a pretty good start. I fixing to start welding here, and I'm going to practice on this piece here just to make sure I got my heat and my wire speed right, because I don't want to mess up. I only got one shot at this. I can't afford to buy any more. If I make a mistake, I'll buy just enough to make my gate, and if I screw up, well, I'm screwed, because I can't afford to buy any more steel. This is everything. Alright, I'm going to give a little test weld here to set my my heat and my wire speed correctly, and then I'm fixing to weld this gate together and go to cutting some bars for the metal. Well, I'm glad I tested this. This is a little thing called burn through, and that comes from having your heat too high. So I'm going to back my heat down. I'll try C. I'll bring my wire speed back a little bit and give that a shot. I'm happy with that. I'm about a 1/4 inch off of being square, but this will work. Whenever you're working with heat, metal does flex and warp. And now I'm fixing to start working on my vertical rails. I think I'm going to put them 10 inches apart, 44.5 long. I think there's going to be 17 of them, maybe 18. Oh man, it's coming together pretty good. I may have this done today. Then I got to go back to Home Depot and get some pipe. I'm going to make a hinge out of pipe and metal rod. And I got a piece of angle over there behind that trash can. That's going to be part of my hinge. Alrighty. I'm going to start cutting rails now. I'm liking it. Slow going, but boy, that's going to be one solid gate. And when I get done, I'm going to put that small animal wire up against this so my dog can't get through them rails and no other dogs can get in. Okay, I'm going to go to cutting some more. It's getting there. 4 more to cut and weld, and I'm done. I'll tell you what, it took me about a half a day. I thought it'd take me a couple of days. Alright, I'm done. Oh Christ, all that smoke is choking me to death. Plus when I was welding, this metal is primed, and all that smoke from the primer was getting in my lungs. This is a little 110 Lincoln wire welder. I'll tell you what, that is the handiest little welder. Plug it right into your standard wall socket, and you just have to let it rest in between welds. You weld 2 or 3 minutes and let it rest a minute or two, because you're asking an awful lot of a transformer to melt that wire. It's Weld Pack 100. It has served me well. Welded a lot of stuff. I made that trailer there about 16 years ago. Made that trailer. I made a boat trailer, and man, I've made tons of stuff with that little welder right there. They sell the wire in 1 pound and 10 pound. I got a 10 pounder on there right now, and I've had the 10 pounder on there for a year or so. It just don't seem to run out. I keep expecting it to. Every time I pick it up to weld, I expect to have to replace the spool. Alright, I can't do nothing else till I go to town and get pipe and rod to make a hinge. I may just go ahead and drag this down to the end of my driveway and set it up in there, see how it's going to look. I'm not going to be able to paint it till I get it hung up. And then I'm going to take my grinder and sand the welds down a little bit, grind them down, make them look a little nicer. And hit it with some black oil-base paint. And I still got to make my little walk-through gate, but don't have enough steel. Oh well.